Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from the Frontier. I hope the week's going well. Ours has been busy, I must admit. Political reflections. Tajikistan's president giving Turkmenistan's president a run for his money in the public displays of adulation sweepstakes. This is the literal interpretation of throwing rose petals at your feet. Leaders of the world's biggest economies will meet in Buenos Aires, Argentina on Friday and Saturday for the G20 summit. But as the FT reports, there's still a gulf between the US and China, and this gulf looms large ahead of this meeting. 3 months ago, Chinese officials saw the meeting between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump at the G20 as their best hope for a settlement that would end Beijing's trade war with Washington. Then they hoped for a truce. Now they will consider themselves lucky if this week's encounter passes without any embarrassment for Mr. Xi, as they brace themselves for a new round of US tariffs early next year. As the leaders of the world's two largest economies prepare to meet for the first time in more than a year on the sidelines of Friday's G20 in Buenos Aires, the gulf between the two remains large. China held off giving the US anything for months and then sent essentially the same warmed-over proposal that they had sent 6 months ago, one of the people said at the negotiations, which only began in earnest this month. The G20 has never been an action-forcing event. We're just not in a place where the Chinese are willing to do that much. Xi doesn't want to appear weak. There's not much that he can give or wants to give. Both sides just trying to get through this process and be done with it so that maybe next year things can happen. The most likely outcome of the G20 meeting is some partially soothing words from both sides, but I think you will eventually see higher and broader tariffs from the US. There is not an easy path to even a cessation of hostilities at this stage, let alone a reversal of these hostilities. I'm not expecting much, and I think the market's got a bit carried away in the expectation that something major is going to happen. 15th of October, I wrote a piece, War is Coming, and I was referencing the incident with the USS Decatur in the South China Sea, and I was calling that incident a precursor. And I was referencing Robert Lighthizer and Peter Navarro and their anti-dragon clause, and they're the hardliners in Trump's administration. Mnuchin is the Wall Street bankers on the other side. 28th of August last year, I wrote about Xi Jinping's One Belt, One Road program binding the world to Beijing because all the roads and railways have but one destination, that is China. And earlier this year, 9th of July, I was asking tariff wars, who blinks first? I was referencing James Dean. Trevor Noah totally buys Ivanka Trump's email excuse because in order to have important work emails, you have to do important work, he explains.